with the price of rent being so high in America right now, in some cases going well over $2,000 for a studio apartment in certain cities like San Fran or New York City, a lot of Americans have absolutely had enough. And they've come up with this kind of ingenious idea that, what if I just, instead of getting a place to rent and paying $2,000 a month for no reason, just a place to sleep, what if instead I just move into my car and sleep out of my car and kind of just try to save that money? And don't get me wrong, it's a lot of money. It's like $30,000 a year that they could save if they could make it work. So in this video, you're going to see people sharing their tips and their experience on how they've lived out of their car and try to live out of their car, and whether, you know, they've had a positive experience with it and some negatives with living out of your car. And you're going to see more and more people considering living out of your car because rent is so high right now and only going higher. Keep watching this video.
Atlanta and outskirts is crazy. I imagine the whole country's like this, but it's more people in higher populated areas. But I mean, it's literally gotta be 50 cars out here, and you can tell we all live.
Living in my car in the winter, and it's 23 degrees out right now, and it's getting cold in here. I don't want to just leave my car idling for hours because it's got this new car. We got to make it last. Ordered this mini portable heater from Amazon, and I'm going to plug it into my power station, and we're going to see how much battery it uses and how long it takes to warm this car. Before we plug it in, the battery's on 90%. Just put it right up here.
I live in my car. Wake up with me.
But first things first.
We'll come back when it's warm enough and we'll see how long it takes. Most importantly, how much battery it uses. All right, it's been 30 minutes. It's still cold as shit in here. Battery is drained to 40%. Remember, we started at 90. I still feel no difference. So I think this little mini heater is definitely a miss. I got this one because it was tiny and it was low wattage. So I figured I would get enough heat without pulling a lot of my battery life, but that just didn't happen. I think it might be better to just get a higher watt one and just run it for like 5 minutes. It may take up more battery, but it'll warm me up for a while, and then I can just do that in short time periods. This little heater I think would be perfect like if you worked a desk job and you just want like a tiny little bit of extra room, just like, you know, on your hands while you're typing. Other than that though, it is not enough to warm this SUV. On to trying something new we go.
So I am homeless now. My life has gone to shambles since March, but I feel like I just now want to make a series out of it because I feel like anyone who's gone through what I have probably would have probably literally committed suicide by now. I am so tired. Anyways, I am with my dog. I chose to live in my car today. this is my second day wearing these clothes and my first day being homeless. So I literally pretty much chose this. I was living in a camper. My mom's boyfriend lent to me. But there's been issues with him and Rusty, my dog here. He hates him and wants him out and all this. And he doesn't have really many options of where to go. And we literally move into our $1,600 apartment next month. But I figured, I cannot suffer without my dog. This is probably gonna sound ridiculous, but I'd rather live with my dog than suffer without him. But basically from the beginning, we've gotten evicted from our apartment back in March. We had to move everything to a storage unit, and my boyfriend moved back in with his parents, and I moved into a camper outside of my mom's house. But there's issues with my relationship and my family. I feel like I'm in the middle, and they don't like each other, and so I'm just in the middle, and I don't know what to do. So this is my day one of being homeless. Everything is in the car. This is some snacks and juice and stuff, and then I have my blankets and stuff back there, and cleaning stuff and other stuff, random stuff I grabbed. There is some other stuff in the camper yet, like my box of shirts and stuff, but I already have my laundry back here, so I'm just gonna wear what I have. And then here I have like a little spot for Rusty. Underneath is a case of water that's already opened that I've had. But our first stop is McDonald's because we're gonna get some free cold water. And I'm gonna put it in my Stanley. And I'll probably get him something to eat, even though I think he just ate, but that's okay. And a gas update, I'm on a half a tank. I feel like I'm gonna get McDonald's and then we're gonna like figure out the rest of the day because I don't know what's gonna happen. It's currently 4:30 p.m. so yeah.
Life is literally like a fucking push and pull game. Like, yeah, 1 minute I'm fucking happy. Yeah, I moved across the country. I live in my car. And then I'm like, bro, fuck this shit. I'm ready to go back home and be comfortable, but it's like, at what fucking cost? I take my ass back to Chicago. I'm gonna be fucking the same nigga I was fucking before I left. I'm gonna be still same fucking friends I had before I left, going over their houses, getting high. Like, I was not doing shit for real. Yeah, I was having sound bath events and shit here and there, but is that really what I even want to fucking do? That's why it's just like, bro, all of this shit is annoying. Because, like, I'm still figuring out my fucking life. What do I want? I don't fucking know, but I know that I don't want what my family got, and I know I refuse to keep being around people who got the same shit going on year after year after fucking year and year and year. I can't live like that. So no, I can't take my ass back to Chicago. That's all I'm thinking today. Like, bro, I could take this fucking check and fill my fucking car up and drive my ass back to Chicago. At least I could be back in my mama's house. At least I would be comfortable. But that's the thing. I would be comfortable with being the way that I was. Like, no, I cannot go back. When I was in the Army, one of our mottos was like, always forward, never backwards. So even if I wanted to do something to change the trajectory, I really cannot go back. That's going to set me back so fucking far. But it's like, I'm just pushing through to keep fucking going, because what the fuck else can I do? What else can I do? I don't have nobody to call. No kind of help. Like, I wouldn't say that I don't have help, because, you know, people have been assisting me. Yes, but I need some motherfucking mental help. I need a fucking psychiatrist, a goddamn spiritual guru. Like, fuck that. I'm ready to be housed. It's like, okay, like it's like I have my moments where I'm literally fucking craving my old life so bad. I woke up yesterday and text my cousin like, let's get drunk. I had a crazy ass dream I was trying to decompress from, and I'm like, I want some Casamigos so bad. Like, you know what, let's just get drunk. I'm about to come over. And in the middle of me even processing to get ready for this, I didn't even feel like getting ready to go over her house, let alone take the 30-minute drive that it would take for me to even get over there, just for me to get drunk and have to drive back this way today or last night so I can sleep and take my ass to work tonight. So responsible decision is like, okay, no, we're not going to drink. Fuck it. No, I'm tired. No, we're just not going to do it. But it's like the fact that I even was like, fuck it, I'm putting plans in motion. Some's got to give. But it's like, even sexually, I'm abstaining right now in the way. That's like the least of my fucking worries though. But I'm just saying that to say that if I took my ass back to Chicago, I already know what the fuck I'm gonna do. And it's just like, no, it just cannot exist. Me and Chicago cannot exist with each other right now, because it would just take me so far back. And it's like, even in these hard moments I be having with myself, like, fuck it. I'd be glad that I can't just say fuck it. Even if I wanted to hop on the fucking road right now, I just can't. There's too much going on. I need to get my fucking car looked at. I just can't. I can't take out a mouse again. I wouldn't say that I'm stuck. And then here I go. It's like I want help, but I don't want nobody to tell me shit. Like, I don't want to hear shit right now. Unless you're trying to help me in a way that I need to be helped. Like, all that other stuff, I just don't want to fucking hear it. I'm pissed. I'm mad. Unless a psychiatrist want to come talk to me, I don't want to hear shit. Bitch, I'm pissed. I live in this horrible ass fucking country that I can't even go work a fucking job and house myself. Bitch. I'm pissed. I'm pissed about all this shit. Pissed about where I grew up at. The fact that I'm even here and have to fucking live in my fucking car to make a fucking way for myself and figure out.
How do I make my car livable for me and my 2 children? Should I put an air mattress back here? Because I'm going to sleep in the passenger seat, but I want them to be comfortable right here. And we have to put our clothes in here, so I'm thinking about putting the clothes under the seats right there. And then when we're about to drive, just lift this up, then, you know, put the car seats right here. But that's the thing, I have to keep the car seats in here. So I'm thinking about putting the car seats right there. And then because I want them to sleep like right here probably. No, closer to me, so over there. Because when I pull the passenger seat back, it's going to block the right here. So maybe I'll put the car seats right here. Have one of them lay here, the youngest one lay here, the oldest one lay here. Have our clothes, baskets and stuff right here. Because we have one big thing. All of our clothes are in there. And yeah, and then the driver's seat, I'll have, you know, the extra stuff that we have, like, you know, stuff like that. I don't live in my car, but if I had to, that's what I would do. If I had to. This is just a video just to help people who live in their car, to help them map it out, because that's a good map out, to be real.
Something that I've wanted to talk about on my TikTok page: why is rent so expensive nowadays? As somebody that's going to be 26 later this month, I've been looking at a ton of places in order to rent, to eventually move out of my parents' house soon. And rent easily alone for a 2-bedroom apartment is easily over $2,000. And this is coming from somebody that lives in New York City. $2,000 is at least the standard. We're talking about $2+ grand, $2,500, even $3,000+ per month. And when we talk about rent like 20 years ago, I know it was still expensive to those standards back then, but even then, it's crazy how expensive life really is at the moment. And this is coming from someone that's still technically a student at the moment. I'm still in the final year of getting my master's degree, and I'm close to getting the job that I want to, but at the moment, it's really, really expensive to move out, and landlords still are raising their prices for rent. Why? I have no idea. That's just something that's been on my mind, and I wanted to talk about on a TikTok video.
I don't know if you know this, but there is a reason behind these high-ass rents. Before I get into it, like, follow, share, tag someone who may need to see this. Look, the FBI just raided Cortland Management in Atlanta for rent fixing. What is rent fixing? Well, basically, they've been fixing rent on this pretty much system called LRO through RealPage. And so let me explain what LRO is basically. It's basically a lease rents optimizer, basically. Archstone Smith was a major company back in the early 2000s that created this system. And so it made the pricing of rents go up and down daily like the stock market. And so basically a lot of these property management software companies had incorporated this type of software. So you might call on an apartment complex one day and the rent may be roughly $2,000, and then the next day it may be $2,150, because it depends on the daily market. So now Biden has decided to probe these companies, and these companies have been rent fixing. So now the FBI is starting to raid a lot of corporate offices, thus beginning to show that there has been a rent fixing scheme, and that is why our rents are so high. So it's ridiculous, especially out here in California, whereas I entered my apartment at $1,895 and I'm now paying $2,500, even though the market rent for my apartment right now is $2,900. And if I wanted to get a 2-bedroom apartment in my area, in my building, actually, is roughly running between $3,900 and $4,000 a month now. Which, when I entered the building, the apartments were going, 2 bedrooms were going for about $2,500. So there you go, rent fixing. This is ridiculous how these corporations are taking advantage of us to squeeze us dry. And I'm letting you know, they're talking about tax these corporations. You cannot tax these corporations because these corporations are in a trust structure. So, like I said, if you want to consult with me about trust or property management or rentals or whatever, I have a link in my bio, Snowy Consulting and Media, and you can definitely hit me up through there.
I don't know about anybody else, but for 2025, I'm locking in on my apartment, okay? I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying home. I'm tired of paying these high prices rent. I'm over it. I'm locking in my place. That's it. I will make a gym in a little corner somewhere. I will read. I will watch me 1,000 movies before I continue to go outside. There's nothing outside for me. I'm tired of paying rent. I'm over it. Then they got the nerve to go up 4% every year. Like how? Why?
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this humbly in hopes that I inspire someone on this Tuesday morning. My biggest flex in life right now is that, baby, I work a corporate job, but I live in a $900 apartment in the city.
Curious how much you pay for rent. Like, where do you live and how much do you pay for rent? I haven't seen this talked about for a while, but I oftentimes hear people in conversations or things that they're saying that make me realize so many people don't realize how much people actually have to pay for rent every month. They have the privilege of not having to pay that much. So, what do you pay? Where do you live? We live in Oregon. We pay $2,300 a month for rent for a 3-bedroom house it's like 1,500 square feet, I think. I feel like it's less than that. But that's what we pay. So, where do you live and how much is your rent?
Can I just say, honey, call me trailer trash. Trailer trash happy over here. I just paid my rent. It was $505. So you know what? I'll let the apartment people call me trailer trash because shit, my rent was only $505 in this economy. I see no losses here.
Any apartment that's charging people $2,000 or more should be coming with a washer and dryer and also a dishwasher and an elevator in the building. Because there's no reason why you're charging $2,000 or more for a 1-bedroom and it's not coming with any amenities. And it's on the 5th floor. No washer, no dryer, no elevator. You gotta walk all the way up to the 5th floor, and a 1-bedroom is a fucking shoebox. Like, let's be so freaking for real.
You know, the more and more time go by, paying $2,000-$3,000 a month to live somewhere for 30 days don't sound good to me. $3,000 a month for 30 days, ain't that $100 a day? That's a hotel. Y'all scared me. Good night.
I want to know who comes up with these rent prices, for real. Like, I'm looking for a new apartment. I just signed actually too, and my rent is right under $3,000, and it's a 1 bedroom. They be like, oh, why you spending so much for that? I like to be in a nice, secure location and like to have nice amenities. But what signifies or dignifies what causes a 1 bedroom to be $3,000 in Atlanta? In Atlanta, Georgia. I'm not in my apartment right now though. But in Atlanta, Georgia, what signifies $3,000? What's the reason for that? Like, we're not in New York. We're not in DC. We're in Atlanta, Georgia, the South. Why is the apartments a 1 bedroom almost $3,000? And I'm not even getting the big body 1 bedroom. I'm getting like a mid-sized 800-something square feet 1 bedroom. Like, Mayor Dickens, come on now. Talk to me.
After finishing this video, I get why people would want to do this and just sleep out of their car. Because if you think about it, a lot of people in these cities work long hours, sometimes 2 shifts, like 60 or 80 hours in some cases. So literally the only thing they're using their apartment for is just a place where they could sleep and wake up and go to work. They're not spending really any meaningful time in their apartment. So in that case, it does seem it's kind of outrageous and it kind of doesn't make sense to be paying over $2,000 just for a space where you're sleeping in and literally doing nothing else because you're just outside and working all the time. In that case, I could see the argument some people make that it's just better and more cost effective if you could make it work to just move into your car and live out of your car, because it saves you so much money in the long run. It saves you like at least $30,000 every year if you could make it work. And, but that is if you could make it work. I mean, we've seen people sharing this video. There are a lot of potential downsides and negatives with living out of your car. If you live in a colder city, you have to think about how to stay warm during the winter time when it could get absolutely below freezing some temperatures in America. And you also have to worry about where to park your car because, parking isn't free and you can't just stay on someone's private parking lot, private property. You're going to get evicted or get into trouble with the police or security because, most business establishments won't allow people to park overnight and sleep in their car like that. So you have to constantly be on the move and think about where to go. And that's really exhausting and kind of tiring and scary, if you get an intruder or some random person knocking your car at 2 a.m., you're definitely going to get a little spooked by it, So I don't know how many people are actually doing this or could actually make it work in real life, just because of the actual logistics of it. But the idea does seem really interesting. Let me know what you guys think about this. Thank you.